Greetings, this is Conmar Ari. I am doing a Master Mana promotional for an interesting young woman who has a very interesting story. She was with All Time Media, featured on his channel as someone who was um, going through a lot, and she had survived through the foster care system. Um, she had untimely family passings in her life, so uh, family passed away, and she ended up in the foster care system. Um, her name is Cali, and she has her own YouTube channel, and now she has her own GoFundMe, and also she has a Cash App, which I'm sharing right here. So to get to her, if you want to send her anything on Cash App, you use this information right here, which I'm pointing to. I'm going to review her video that she posted that's kind of what I would describe as almost like a bombshell of just what she's kind of been dealing with, and this kind of interesting dynamic with ATM all-time media. And she's been kind of concerned that maybe he's not going to pay her, that he hasn't done it yet, and she she just hasn't gotten any of that cash yet, supposedly. If she's gotten any of it, it's been very minimal. So, but I'm gonna share this interview and my listen through it, and I'm gonna comment on it when I see it. But this is also her own GoFundMe. This is the one that she put up that she's promoting in her video. So I'm gonna show that here, and she goes by. I think she's working with someone called Marie Bailey, or else her name is. She's adjusted her name a little bit here. Maybe that's it. But this is her channel, and this is her video, and this is her own GoFundMe that she's promoting on her own YouTube channel that she is posting her own videos on. Before I get to the video, she writes, "Hello, my name is Destiny, but I'd like to be known as Callie. I'm 18 as of November 22. I was in the California adoption and foster care system since I was a baby. Every single placement I was placed in consisted of extreme abuse, mental, physical, sexual, etc. I know many children in the system have to endure this trauma and can't imagine being hurt or saved, and myself included. Once I was finally removed from the last foster placement I was in, I went to a group home where I was illegally kicked out along with two other females. From that point on, I was and still am faced with surviving not only the trauma endured in the system, but now homelessness, poverty, and society, all while not having any family or people who can help guide me through the endless struggles as an adult. I'm working on getting my credentials, but getting a job is hard to endure because of my health problems from trauma, including psychogenic non-epileptic seizures, which are caused by stress from severe malnutrition in my stomach, which is extremely shrunk and thin, which makes it extremely hard to eat or drink things and keep it down. And I can't afford the proper care for that either. Chronic depression, anxiety, PTSD are all some of my many struggles I must face. I trusted someone who brought me all the way to Wildwood, New Jersey, uh, where I've been living under the boardwalk and on the streets for the last couple of years. I finally found a good person who loves me, and she's referred to this person before. I think this is the boyfriend she's referred to. And living under the boardwalk is also featured in All Time Media's channel, the boardwalk video where she left a memorial for her. I think it was her mother. I'm not 100% sure on that, but she did a memorial under there, and she was living under a boardwalk on a beach, which really got a lot of notice. Um, I finally found a good person who loves me, and I can imagine a good life ahead of me now, but I still need as much help as I can get. I appreciate everyone's help if anyone needs help, if anyone does help. Thank you so much, and please stay strong in this world. You can do it. So she posts that, and she's got some donations so far. But I want to review the video, which is an interesting video. This is just me trying to bring new exposure and awareness to Cali and her situation, in the interest that maybe her GoFundMe will be donated to, help her get on her feet. I've sent her supportive messages, and she reached out to contact me, kind of letting me know a little bit of what she was going through. So I feel very much obliged to promote her at this point on my channel the best that I can, because GoFundMe is something I used at one point to help a family member, my own father, when he was going through a pretty serious stage 3 cancer scare, and it was kind of like last minute, and so we've raised over 64,000 for him, and he made a full complete recovery in 22, and he's good. But it was an interesting time, and so GoFundMe is something that I have some interest with. But anyway, I'm going to play the video and do a little bit of video review as I'm watching, and so that anyone can follow along and watch with me. So here we go. Oh, got it.
Stuff like this at all.
No. Here we go.
Hey guys, so I don't usually do stuff like this at all. But I'm probably gonna be braiding my hair in the video too, so that way it can be like a little bit of a distraction type thing for me as well. But I could just talk and be focusing on something, because I figured that this is probably gonna be like mainly my only technique. I'm holding my phone with my feet, by the way. But basically, I guess whether it's taking place between me braiding my hair or what, but I guess I should get started on the story of my life. So I got a lot more context on this several years later, as of like after 2020. That's when I really started like experiencing most of my life. Go ahead. Let me just start off with what I remembered and everything. Well, actually, I'll tell you about when I was taken again. So when I was 2 weeks old, my dad's blood sister. So my dad was supposed to be Native American chief, but he burned his feather and he left the tribe to marry my mom, because it was forbidden to marry her, because my mom was a tipsy. She did black magic. She made Ouija boards. Well, she was a red Wiccan. A lot of people might not be familiar with that term, but a red Wiccan is basically a Wiccan who can do both black and white magic. So they're not necessarily evil. They're not necessarily innocent. But that's what my mom was, and she was also Blackfoot. I believe she had Cherokee in her. My dad's mom, she was married under the Kishina tribe in Whisper, and then the Kishina tribe in Meadowline, Wisconsin, or something like that. I believe that's right. I know that she had Oneida in her. There's three clans in the Oneida. There's basically several tribes that came together to make 3 clans. And there's the Turtle Clan. There's as of right now, I slipped my mind the other ones. I apologize. I have really not been able to study too much into my ancestry, I guess, because I don't even know who I am, or I don't know. Like I purchased the Ancestry thing a while back and canceled my subscription right before, or right when I was done. I just took pictures.
So I did Ancestry and I did 23andMe, and 23andMe revealed my little bit of Native American ancestry from up around Nova Scotia, the Mi'kmaq, a little bit. 23andMe is a little more specific in some ways, and Ancestry Ancestry DNA is meaningful in some ways as well that 23andMe is not. It'll do some things for you that, so I've compared the two and they do show you a little bit different results for sure. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just, anyway, I'm gonna keep playing.
Everything that I felt like I needed, but there wasn't much up there anyways. But anyways, though, so my dad's sister pushed my mom when my mom was holding me. I was 2 weeks old, and my head was smashed into the corner of the wall. I always thought this flat spot was from me having my hair up in the same way every single day in my life, but no. So apparently, I didn't know this either until a whole lot later. But so according to my siblings, my dad's siblings were basically trying to brainwash them into thinking that if they were adopted by a rich Mexican family, that they would be spoiled and loved forever. And
when she talked about knocking her head against the wall, it made me wonder about if whether or not that had something that might have possibly connect with the seizures she had experienced having in the GoFundMe. That just made me think of that. Just something I thought of when I was watching.
like we all came out with my mom's traits, except for one sibling has brown hair. The rest of us have blonde hair, either blue or green, or like mine, blue gray eyes. Like, yeah. But anyways, though, after we were taken, I went to several different foster homes, and then eventually I went to my dad's biological brother's house through emergency placement. This was when I was about 2. And well, probably about from the time I was about to turn 2 until I was almost 3. So I do not remember this picture. I don't remember this being taken or anything. But this is a picture of my sister and I with my grandma.
Let's see if this is high def. Yeah, it's as high definition as it's gonna be. No, be a little higher. That's pretty cool.
Her name is Josephine Marie Satterley, was her maiden last name Satterley. But it changed to Bailey when she got married to my dad's dad.
So Bailey is a name that shows up in the GoFundMe campaign. So I'm sure that this is the same Cali that's started the GoFundMe. It's just she's using her middle and last name, Marie Bailey. She just, yeah. No, so it is 100% her, I think, on the GoFundMe.
That's my dad's mom. That's my dad's dad.
Her dad's mother and her dad's father. That's what she's pointing out.
Okay. His name was Freddie Joe Bailey. This was my dad's mom and my dad's grandma. She was 115 in this picture. And yes, this seems really feisty. So my dad's brother, the one that I was placed with. So this is him and my grandma. He was 7'1". So the day that I got adopted, taken away from his custody, put in someone else's custody. If it'll focus.
So this is apparently her new foster family or something like that. I'm guessing. She's saying this is the day that she was brought out of the custody of her father's brother, or let's keep going.
I don't know if I can get it to focus any better. Oh, that's awful.
The lighting is tricking it.
I cannot flip this around either.
The lighting is kind of obscuring the faces a bit. So I'm not.
You can very vaguely see it. I'll probably make a video with the pictures and stuff or something. But anyways, so I was taken biological parents. This right here is some of my biological family members. But it was this right here. This sibling is actually a hermaphrodite. It's pretty
Sibling.
crazy. Yeah.
So that's her sibling.
My youngest brother is also a hermaphrodite. My mom, she had a thyroid problem. My dad had a heart murmur. And my mom died every time she gave birth. She gave birth to 6 kids, 3 boys, 3 girls after she had 7. Or my oldest brother until just recently.
So that's one of her brothers.
I was told everybody I had a really big fake, and nobody believed me, and I remembered. Yes, there's one of my hermaphrodite siblings. My sister. That's my mom. That's me.
That's her.
My dad and my brother.
Okay, so she's the small one. Those pictures she's showing, she's the smallest one in those pictures.
There's 2 more brothers that are missing. But
So she's got a number of siblings.
I didn't even know about this brother or my oldest brother until just recently. I was told everybody I had a really big fake, but nobody believed me, and I remembered it, and it's right there. And it looks closer, still looks like they frosted on my sister's head, my mom's chin. Obviously, looking off my fingers. That was the last visitation they had with me, the last time they seen me. My parents, they did everything, including trying to, like, well, not trying, but including stop smoking weed and everything. And the courts just kept on postponing the court dates until eventually in 2010, my dad, oh, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'm constantly getting blown up. So my dad right here, my dad was 7'3", but he ended up drinking himself to death in 2010 when a year after his mom drank his mom passed away.
So there was some kind of like maybe substance issues in the family. There was something going on that kept Cali ending up in the foster system, and they were trying to regain custody, but then her father drinks himself to the point of no return. So that's goodbye to her dad right there. Well, goodbye in life. And there's a lot of spiritual people who would say otherwise. Like Matt Fraser, you guys got to check out Matt Fraser, Mattfraser, Fraser. He'll charge $20 for a session. He wants to get as many people to go see him as possible because he wants to do as many readings as possible, and he wants it to be affordable. He's a really high quality psychic. So Callie, if you happen to watch this video, or is it anyone else who's been through the foster care system that want to try and reconnect with a loved one, family member, Matt Fraser. He does a lot of readings online. He was bullied as a child growing up at certain points in his life. Very sensitive, very friendly guy. Very nice person. Worth checking out. All right, let's go.
Years later, my mom, so this picture I was told was actually taken the day before she was killed. But she was hit by a car in July of 2015. It was an 18-year-old, no license. My brother said, and this is probably going to get a little bit graphic, or very graphic, actually.
Her brother said.
But, my mom, Beverly Louise Bailey, the BLB, those big little bitch, she was hit by a car. She was almost.
I want to see what she said there about the big little. What is that about? I want to know what she said exactly.
Big little bitch.
Who?
Louise Bailey.
Oh, okay. This is her mother's nickname, based on her actual name, BLB. Yeah.
Those big little bitch. She was hit by a car. She was almost on the other side of the street. She was trying to give my brother and the girl that he liked some privacy. That was talking on the other end. And I read the report, and my brother told me the story, but my mom.
Once again, I've got to try and understand exactly what she says here, because she's throwing details pretty quick, and I'm missing them, and I want to know what she's actually getting at here. All right, so back again.
Talking on the other end. And I read the report, and my brother.
Wait. She's talking about 2 people who are trying to do something. Let's see.
girl that he liked some privacy. There was
Yeah, what's this about? Girl that he likes in privacy. What's this? All right.
car. She was almost on the other side of the street. She was trying to get my brother and the girl that he liked some privacy. There was talking on the other end.
Okay, so the way the story goes so far is her mother is on a street with her own brother and his girlfriend, and the brother and the girlfriend want some privacy. Her mother wants to give them some privacy. And then there's this, unfortunately, this happens every year. There are terrible drivers out there in the world. And if you are unfortunate enough to be near one, something bad is going to happen to you, possibly. There are stories about people and bad drivers out there. And unfortunately, this is turning out to be one of these stories, it looks like.
And I read the report and my brother told me the story, but my mom was almost on the other side of the street.
I'm a motorcyclist, so if you watch motorcycle, if you are into motorcycles, I recommend Dan the Fireman. I hate to be distracting away from this again, but he shows videos of motorcyclists who make mistakes to try and help you know what not to do when you're driving on the road. Motorcyclists have a high rate of screwing up and getting terrible injuries and dying, unfortunately. So that's just what I'm thinking about as I'm watching this video. I'm trying to keep this interactive. So here we go. Let's keep going. We're gonna let her keep going now.
And my brother said that the car came up and that he heard a dude's voice in the back say, "Go, go, go." And the car swerved, hit my mom so hard that she flew 40 feet, hit her again. Her body flew into the gutter halfway, and the curb split her face. And yeah, I apologize. It is very graphic. But my brother said in the report that he was able to, like, him and the girl, they ran over there immediately.
I hate to interrupt again, but Matt Fraser, the psychic medium, helps people recover from their own traumas about losing a family member like this or losing someone that you care about like this. I've watched his videos and he's talked about stuff like this, but it's very tough. So it's just something I thought about. Whew, my hands are getting sweaty listening to this. This is an unsettling part of the video. I'm like, whew, I'm very cautious about anything and everything out on the road. So it's like a cautionary tale to everyone right here.
We started doing CPR.
Oh boy, scary.
Perfect. And they said that they were able to get her to start breathing again, but that she never regained consciousness. I do not know why. So I have everything that I should need to be able to find some public records, some obituaries, some anything. I have everything, including my dad's social. I cannot find any records of them. Also, it is weird too. I just recently noticed that my birth certificate, it says my adopted parents' name, and it's saying that they've read it and everything, and they say that it's true to the best of their knowledge, and they signed it. It says they signed it on November 22nd of 2004. I was born November 18th of 2004. Those people were not in my life until I was almost 3.
Those people?
Like, I don't understand that part at all.
Wait a sec.
Until I was almost 3. 22nd of 2004. And it on November that they've read it and everything, and they say that it's true to the best of their knowledge, and they signed it. It says they signed it on November 22nd of 2004. I was born November 18th of 2004.
I see. I get a little confused because the intensity of what she said just a minute ago, just boom, it hits you hard. When you listen to what she said, it just scares the holy Moses out of you. Let me go back to your ear again.
They say it's true to the best of
they say.
Also, it is weird too. I just recently noticed that my birth certificate, it says my adopted parents' name, and it's saying that.
Okay, on her birth certificate, it's showing her adopted parents' name. That's what she's getting into here. Okay, so she is doing a pivot here on the topic. Let's go.
They've read it and everything, and they say that it's true to the best of their knowledge, and they signed it. It says they signed it on November 22nd of 2004. I was born November 18th of 2004. Those people were not in my life until I was almost 3.
So what she's getting at is that there's something weird going on with these foster parents. There's something that should have not happened. I'm getting my words wrong here. There's something that weird that happened with these foster parents. That's what she's getting at. Let's go ahead.
Like, I don't understand that part at all. Like, at all. My entire legal name was changed.
Maybe that's just the way some dumb thing in the legal system that they allowed him to do that. I don't know why. Maybe there's some way for foster parents to find a way to put that on a birth certificate. That just sounds weird to me. Who knows how that happened?
So it's not the same thing that my parents named me anymore. But like, I can't find like anything, and like I feel like my whole life, like for some reason, it's like people was just getting paid just to torture me and try to kill me off. Like, um, so there's
When she's saying it feels like people are getting paid to torture her and get her killed off, I think what she was getting at is feeling that she's getting kind of placed around in the foster system and there's people taking advantage of her and just being selfish. I think that's what she's getting at. Anyway, let's go ahead.
so. Anyways, I'll continue the story so that way you guys can find out like what I mean. So when I was with my dad's brother in Texas, it was in Midlothian, Texas. You might not have ever even heard of that place, but when I was out there with him, I didn't know at the time. I thought it was him, but recently I found out he was a truck driver. It made sense about why he was almost not like he wasn't all the way home or wasn't all the he wasn't always home. But I remember I was 2, my sister was 8, and we shared a room, we shared a bed, and the door of our bedroom was tied shut. There was a roof. I'm sorry, you guys. Everything is so.
So she's basically, it's a stressful story, clearly, what she's about to get into here. She was 2, her sister was 8. I think I got it right there. Let me double check.
And the door.
No.
It wasn't always home. But I remember I was 2. My sister was 8.
Yeah, that's right. 2 and 8.
And we shared a room, we shared a bed. And the door of our bedroom was tied shut. There was a roof. I'm sorry, you guys. Everything is so. There was a rope that went from the outside of our bedroom door, and it was on the outside of the door handle, and it tied to the garage door handle. And every morning they would untie it. They would throw a pack of Austin crackers on the floor. My sister and I would split it 3 and 3, and then she would go to school. And I would then start my day crawling around the floor, and I looked for snacks, for food, for like if I found like the paper that spiraled around back of like the notebook thing, like that was the jackpot. That was me. Like at that house when I was 2 years old, I survived off of drinking toilet water, and I ate dog food, grass, if I was allowed to go outside anyway. I can't tell you how much change I swallowed. But it got to the point where the state of Texas stepped in and told the state of California that if they did not remove us from that house, we would become property of Texas, split up, and probably never see each other again. Only then did we get removed from that house, but then we were placed in a different house that was, honestly, I kind of feel like much worse. Like, but
How so?
I'll take that and I'll put that in the next chapter or next video.
This woman's got a book, man. She needs to write her autobiography.
I used to write stories and stuff all the time, so. But yeah, I'm sorry for all the graphic details. This is just the start of it. I'm stopping at 1337 because
There you go. And this is this dollar sign, and then let's see. G Cali 4201. I double checked it online. This is it right here. Cash App G for girl, C for California, A for Apple, L for laugh, I for interest, 4201. That's her Cash App. And her GoFundMe is right here. I feel that supporting her work is something I want to do. So I'm trying to get her noticed. Apparently, there was some kind of weird controversy going on between her and All Time Media. Let's see if there's anything else here. It might point to something about that. Still trying to alter the battle. This is another one. Let's check this one out real quick.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Cali.
I put the
Things have actually been very hard for me. ATM actually did not seem to be the person that they were that I thought they were.
all right, back here again.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Cali. So things have actually been very hard for me. ATM actually did not seem to be the person that they or that I thought they were. Apparently they've like made like a lot of money in GoFundMe's and stuff. They brought me about $400. They did buy me an outfit and shoes and a hotel room and gave me $100 on top of that. But like, I'm still working on figuring everything out by myself. I finally got a voucher room. And I have that room until the 29th. I have to try to figure out what all else I have to do to be able to keep that room. With Chris, I really hope he comes
Chris is the boyfriend. She's been talking about in the GoFundMe and all that.
home as soon as possible. But like, I don't know. Like right now, with the way things are going, he has to do 28 days in the Integrity House in Newark. And then they're saying on top of that, now it's a mandatory minimum of 6 months at a halfway house. And yeah, I don't know. I've had people tell me the same thing happened to them. And that it was years, like almost 2 years before they seen their family again. I really don't think I'm beat for that. But I don't think he is either. But like, I don't know, maybe he might just go upstate. He said something about he has 90 days to change his mind or something like that. Or I don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm just trying to figure everything out on my own. Like, it's hard. I just keep finding myself a target. And I keep finding people just fucking me over time and time again. But still give them that opportunity too.
This is a person who's got all sorts of traumas going through the foster system, and who knows what kind of nonsense people got up to treating her like whatever in the foster system. As she said, she was drinking toilet water and eating grass and dog food. I mean, this is what she was dealing with to try and eat because she was so hungry as a little kid. And then she goes from that into another situation that's really stressful. So you can see why she kind of has some stressful stuff to look back on, to put it very lightly.
I don't know. It's hard because my entire life I've only been shown people who I can't trust. Now I'm in a situation where I have to trust people with people because I gotta hope that maybe one of them will be the right person that can actually like help me out and not just be plotting on mine and Chris's downfall and everything. But like at the same time, it's also reopening up doors for me to get hurt again. Still trying. Look like shit.
That's interesting. I think from all those experiences in the foster care system, she probably has a low self-esteem from all that. But I bet a lot of viewers would agree that she actually looks really pretty. I bet a lot of viewers would agree with that. She doesn't think so, but she does.
Yeah.
Which it's good. It's great if you can say that about yourself. It's great. Wonderful.
Yeah. Just wanted to check in. Let you guys know how things are going a little bit. Yeah. I'll try my best to keep you guys updated.
unfortunately, a lot of people see good looks as some kind of opportunity to take advantage of that and use it for something like, pimping and all that kind of bad stuff. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave the links to her GoFundMe and her Cash App information in the description. And this is my promotional for Callie's work. As she did reach out to me and kind of let me know her frustrations about dealing with feeling like maybe ATM isn't gonna send her the money or whatever. It's stressful and frustrating. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna go down. And anyhow, take care. That's it for me.